Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Nerdrant. I'm Dr. Zombran, also known as Seth, with my co-host, Naparuni.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Who that guy?
You're supposed to,
Ain't that the short little midget guy that looks like, you know,
you're supposed
slime
to
or
say
something?
General Kenobi.
No. So actually, I was talking with someone that does like Star Wars, and I said, oh, you know that general dude, Kenobi dude, as the bonus skin? They were not happy. They were not happy
General
with
dude
my
Kenobi. Bruh.
Anyway, who are you?
I'm JJ aka Junior Wolf, and this is Nerdrant.
And we're talking about Star Wars, kinda, not really. That's kind of like 50%. The other 50% is this one small new indie shooter game. I've made this joke about 17,000 times by this point, and I'm gonna
At
keep
least
doing
you're
it.
self-aware this time. Half the time, I'm the one who has to say that.
I normally am self-aware.
Sigh.
You just make a comment about it.
Anyway, so for anybody who didn't remember this small factor, Seth doesn't like Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I don't like Star Wars. I could just never get into it. I don't know why.
yeah, I mean, it's very hard to get into, especially if you have the wrong person telling you where to start. Because, like, a lot
Yeah.
of people are like, oh, yeah, start with the originals. But that is honestly the worst thing you could tell a person who has seen no Star Wars. Because then you're having them start in the middle of a story in a movie that looks like it was made in the 1900s.
You can either watch chronologically, you can watch from order of release, because that's different, right? Because it started with, because the originals were episode 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
Then it was episode 1,
and then
2,
1,
and
2, and 3.
or-
1, 2, 3.
or I can start with the new stuff that is like higher graphically.
Yeah.
But then
Terrible
I've
story,
also
though.
heard story is not great. Or I could start with one of the many shows, because I know I watched Clone Wars when I was a kid. And Clone Wars I enjoyed a good bit. Like, I didn't watch that much, but if it was on, I watched it. It wasn't awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot.
I mean, it got a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, it's very hard. We're going to go on a couple Star Wars rants here because I'm such a fan.
Not we. JJ
I would
will.
always tell somebody to start with the prequels because I think it is weird to tell somebody who knows nothing about something to start in the middle. Not because I think anything is particularly better than any other thing. The sequels are definitely better. But I think just
So
in
prequels are
general,
1, 2,
it
and
makes
3?
more... Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, when I
So
say
the
prequel,
yeah.
I'm thinking, like, 0 or, like, different. Not, like, 1 would just be 1. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm double-checking. So if
I mean,
prequels
I've been meaning to
originally...
Google this, but I don't actually know if when episode 4, like the first Star Wars movie that came out, I can't remember if that was originally actually called episode 4 or not. So, but people
probably
usually
not.
call the groups of movies like the originals, the prequels, and the sequels. And the originals obviously are the first 3 that came out. Then we have the prequels that were set before the 3 that came out. So that's why they're called prequels, even though they're technically episodes 1, 2, and 3. It's a little confusing, but
And
I would
one
always
other-
have people start there.
Yeah. One other quick side thing about Star Wars movies, we kind of talked about it last week, but we'll point it out again. Which one? The third one just had its 30th?
20th. It was
20th. Yeah, just in
Yeah.
theaters. We talked about
Revenge
the
of the Sith.
Minecraft movie, but I just want to point that out again because now it's Star Wars. So, you know, hey.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Cool.
But no, we're going to talk
But yeah.
about 50% Fortnite, 50% Star Wars. That's all kind of one thing right now.
Definitely.
And we're going to go through it.
Yep. So the update happens.
Update happens.
Let's start with the trailers. Did you watch the trailers?
Oh, actually, I don't know if I did. I'm going to watch it right now.
Bruh.
Well, because the trailer dropped like
Just
2
an
weeks.
afterthought.
Well, no, because the trailer dropped 2 weeks ago. And I
The
like...
teaser trailer did. The trailer that's twice as long,
Yeah.
but still technically the same thing, dropped.
And I don't. I liked
3 days ago,
even
4
if I'm
days
not
ago?
a fan, I still like to wait till the season drops. But then, I just didn't watch it.
Mhm.
I'm watching
Maybe
it right
watch
now.
that real quick.
Getting pretty cray-cray.
Because I do want to know your thoughts on it.
All right, things are going crazy. We got Jonesy. He's running around a corner. Marshmallows apparently.
It was in the process of either shutting down or starting up.
Huh?
Pardon?
Not oh, hey. It's what's his name? Nick Fury.
Bruh. Bruh, it's Mace Windu.
Same dude.
Same difference.
What mysterious figure
Cool.
that's on the good side? Same dude.
Sigh.
Jar Jar.
It's such a weird addition to this season.
He's not even an item that. Is he just gonna be a random item shop skin, I guess?
I guess so.
Okay. That was interesting, I guess.
Yeah. So,
Not
what do you
bad.
think? Does seeing that intrigue you? Does
No.
it make you like want to try things out at all?
No.
No.
Because there's nothing.
Not even a little bit.
There's nothing that I'm seeing that's like exciting or new. Because I'm like, other than the lightning power, that's really it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, planes, like we've had planes before. I know I played with planes. I know you haven't because we were supposed to have planes and then they vaulted them before launch. But I did play with planes and like, all the blasters, I've used blasters before. So it's just nothing. Obviously, I know things are different now that we've played, but like if I saw that before I started playing, nothing really stands out as like, this is brand new again, other than the lightning power.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I guess it very much was built in a way to build hype in people that know Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I can
So
I can
if you
recognize
don't
a lot
know
of
Star
references.
Wars, I can understand,
I could
if you don't...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of references, or I was like, that's probably a reference. Like, Jonesy running around a corner. How many times has that probably happened? Funny moments or something. I just don't know Star Wars, so I'm not gonna, like, personally relate to half the scenes. But yeah. It's not awful, though.
Yeah.
I do want to say,
All right,
what's Hope doing? I don't know. I'm kind of like behind on the story, but like one of the POIs says Hope and Jonesy. Like what? Like what? What?
Yeah.
Are they still born? I thought it was Diego.
Any of the story.
I thought it was Diego was the main character. Daigo. I thought he was the main character or something. Now I'm really confused.
Sigh.
But whatever.
Anyways, let's hop into the battle pass then. 'Cause
battle pass.
You kind of see most of the battle pass in the trailer.
So first off, it is a shorter battle pass. It is a month-long season. It is ending 6/7, so shorter season. It's only 50 tiers for the main pass. So
Very exciting.
we got Apprentice Eevee.
Yep. So this Eevee skin is a duality skin. It has two styles. It's the Jedi and the Sith version. Both pretty cool and a very interesting concept. I commend them on this Fortnite X Star Wars mashup skin.
Yeah, no,
Unlike
it's not
another
bad.
one coming up.
But what's it called? It's just kind of like a random. Why Eevee? Why not like Hope?
Because of her colors. Because she has the red and blue theming.
Yeah,
in all of
I
her
guess
skins.
That's fair. Another side thing about Eevee, first skin to be tier 1 twice.
I guess
She's
that's
tier
true.
1 in season 3, chapter 3, season 3 too. But yeah, and then the Sith side, pretty cool.
Got her set. Not bad stuff.
Nothing
Got the
crazy.
Sith side, so
I'm pretty sure the back
just
bling's
literally
the
red and
exact
black
same.
version.
No, I think the pickaxe is the same too.
It is, yeah, it is. It's just
From the original.
Star Warsified.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's kind of
It's
cool.
like
I like
Electro
that.
now.
That it's like, it
and
took the
Star
set and
Wars
Star
blasters.
Warsified it. It wasn't random stuff like Jonesy with Captain America shield.
Yeah.
Like, it is Eevee stuff. One other thing I do want to point out on page 1. We just got the main title, like the title theme, as a jam track. Like, that's just nice.
Yeah.
Whether you like
Awesome.
Star Wars or not,
That is
great
awesome.
soundtrack. And I'm just happy to have that as a jam track. Like, that I can go play
Yes.
in Festival. And it's right there.
Absolutely.
Second reward, so you get it right away. So I do want to point that out because I am happy about that. Like I said, great music
Me
right
too.
there.
I was happy they didn't make me buy that one.
And then we got Piao Piao.
All right, page 3. So Poe Dameron, he is from the sequel movies, just for those of you who don't know, because Seth's side of this audience is probably infuriated right now. We have his X-Wing as a glider, which is always awesome. I do want to point out that every single Star Wars glider we've gotten has been a spaceship from this series.
Yeah, and they
Apparently
also
they have no other ideas.
Why can't
They
we
do.
surf on
It's
them?
kind of strange.
Like, again, like, Millennium Falcon was before we had surfing, but I tried, by the way, don't use Millennium Falcon, guys. Like, if you're like, oh, Star Wars, I should pull out my Millennium Falcon glider from way back when, because that was Chapter 2, Season 1, you might be an OG. Don't use it, it sucks, it is one of the worst gliders in the game, because it blinds you. Like, you do the travel thing, and it just completely blinds you. It's awful, because I was using it in Team Rumble, and I would spam it, I'm like, I literally can't see anything. But no, like, why can't we surf on anything? Or isn't there, like, a whole, like, wasn't that one of the emotes, too, where it's, like, the little, like, not jet ski, like,
riding on the
type
little
of,
spaceships, yeah.
Like, why can't those be a glider?
Yeah.
Like a surfing glider. That'd be great. Anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of, there's one of those emotes on this page.
Yep. So that could be
Contrail. I also have to point out this theming. Every single one of the Star Wars contrails we have gotten is a version of the spaceships flying behind you.
Yep.
It's like a very clear pattern here.
Cool loading screen.
But yeah, what do you think? What do you think of Poe's skin?
I don't know. Just looks like a normal pilot. Like, he's a dude.
He just looks like a pilot.
It's just one of the pilots. Classic outfit.
All right, then.
Like this is the exact same thing as what I told you. Like with a lot of the animes. Like if you like the series, sure, but if you don't, a lot of them are just gonna look the same. This is probably exactly how you.
I guess that's fair.
This is exactly like the anime skins, like the Jujutsu Kaisen skins and stuff. Like they all look the same to you, but you don't understand the skins. You know what this dude is, so sure he stands out more. But to me, he just looks like one of the pilots on the good side. Like nothing really special about him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's fair.
And then also his back bling is also
page,
just
we
the X-ring.
got Poe's. Yep. We got his regular style, resistance style. I was kind of sad it doesn't have him wearing his jacket, but I guess he technically gave that away to Finn, and Finn is another skin that wears the jacket, so that'd just kind of be weird.
Yep. Also, once again, pickaxe. Why is it so large?
Yeah.
Anyway, another cool loading screen.
Yep. We got the Wookiee team leader.
Yay.
How do you feel about this one?
It doesn't blink and it terrifies me.
I mean, yeah, it's a mascot head.
Yeah, but the eyes are just so wide open. They're really wide open. At least the other ones like pop out, right? So it kind of feels like, but like this one's just wide open. Anyway, it's there. Guess.
I don't like this one. It doesn't look like a actual Wookiee.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
The pickaxe again is massive.
Yep, absolutely gigantic. The back bling,
I don't
funny
mind,
reference. 3PO is carried by Chewbacca in one of the movies in a like net sack, and so this is just a cool Fortnite version where it's the
the other.
What is this skin called?
Metal Team Leader
for this one.
I think it's just Metal Team Leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool like Fortnite merge there.
The fist is closed on the second style for the glider. I mean, for the pickaxe. For the glider, though, I just want to point out, I'm happy we get a classic one in here. I mean, it's kind of annoying that it's the Wookiee one. But, like, I don't mind just having the classic glider.
Yeah.
I just don't want every glider to be
All right, next page.
Yep.
We got Palpatine. Woohoo! Big villain man. He looks so ugly.
Is he not supposed to, though?
No, he is. He's just supposed to not be so skin tone. Like, so his face is like that because he got fried with Force lightning.
Yeah.
and it like cooked him essentially, and so he's supposed to be like
Oh,
more
so he's not
red
burned.
and discolored.
Yeah.
No, he's not burned. He got fried with force lightning.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just skin.
But like,
yeah.
yeah, it just looks like he has saggy skin, which is so weird.
It is kind of a problem,
Yeah.
ain't it?
Also, his pickaxe, Palpatine's cane. I don't think I ever see him use a cane in the movie. I'll have to go back and look because I didn't
Somebody
necessarily
said
pay attention
that,
to that. But
I said it's funny that we have, and it's like, oh yeah. I'm like, did he actually use one? They said yes. I don't know.
see, I don't remember him ever being in a situation where he was like actually limping.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Cool emo.
And then the Senate repulsor pod, that is literally the podium that he uses in the Senate meetings, which is just hysterical to me.
So, is this a surfing
Like-
one? I guess.
Yeah, you ride on top of it, yeah.
But I don't know. Just, I guess you're in it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just pretty cool. And then we got the Imperial shuttle dive. Is that not like the... Oh, no. The other... Darth Vader was TIE fighters.
Mm.
But that is
Yeah.
the ship that Vader uses, right? Like, that's his glider?
It
Imperial
depends. It depends.
No, I'm saying, like, in-game.
It varies.
In-game. I'm saying it's the one that he got in Fortnite. Yeah, it's
the one he uses
looks
here,
just like
yes,
that.
but not because
Yeah.
it's his ship.
Oh, well, it's his ship now. Deal with it.
Anyways, bonus rewards.
We got one page.
So-
Palpatine's red now. He's red guy.
Yep. Imperial Hollow, really cool. That's what he uses to give Order 66. Drum set, I love that. That's hysterical.
Swagalicious.
Wrap is a wrap. The loading screen is really cool because this is
That reminds
almost an
me like
exact
the first one.
copy of the Vader one that we
The
got,
Vader one, yeah.
except
and
now
it's,
it's Palpatine.
I do gotta say, I think they did really good with the loading screens. Like, they're really high quality. Like, they're fun. Especially this one and the Vader one. Like, they've done a really good job overall with Star Wars loading screens. And then, second page.
4 secret
We don't know
rewards. Super Styles, presumably.
Super Styles. Yep. And then we got...
And then we have Grievous.
General Dude.
Yep, General Grievous.
And he has a lot of rewards.
We only have... He does have a lot of rewards. We only currently have him himself revealed. So
And
I
his
have
first
a couple
style, because I'm
theories
assuming
here.
the
So
second
you know,
one's going to be a second style.
Yes, it's almost nearly confirmed he has a second style, and that it's going to be him before he became a cyborg, so like his alien version instead of cyborg version. Which is really interesting because we don't actually have any like movie media with him as an alien, so that'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
But I have a theory here as to why there's so many dang extra rewards on his pages.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to have a full set, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know how we didn't get a customizable lightsaber?
Not just a customizable lightsaber. A lightsaber. Pickaxe. Period.
Yeah, we didn't get a single lightsaber pickaxe, and
Instead we got
everybody
a
agreed
cane.
that if it was going to happen, this was the season to do it. And on top of that, all of the new lightsaber models that we saw in the trailer, why would they create all of those just to not use them? So I'm thinking a couple things could happen. Either one, we are going to get a couple variations of lightsabers just from his past that we can use as pickaxes. Or two, we are going to, through his quests, unlock the customizable lightsaber.
Or third.
Because, and this is...
Oh, go ahead.
This is something that you don't know. In the movies, he is a collector of lightsabers.
I knew that.
He hunts Jedi and kills them, and so every Jedi he kills, he will take their lightsaber and he'll add it to his collection. I feel like it makes a lot of sense for him to be the one to have the customizable lightsaber because of that collection.
Yeah. 2, I knew that because 1, I know the scene where he has his 4 arms that are all spinning. 2, it does also go on the quests. I'm on the quest where I have to bring him, what's it called? Jedi Padawan lightsaber to General Grievous. But yeah, I knew he had a collection of lightsabers. It's his thing.
But I think that is our best bet at getting the lightsaber.
But there's a third option, which is the most likely option. And that's they don't like us and we don't get customized lightsabers or lightsaber pickaxes in general. Because this is Fortnite we're talking about. How have we gone through May the 4th for, what is this, 8 years in a row? We've had a full Star Wars pass?
Because they planned this from Chapter 1, Seth.
A whole festival? Wasn't there like a whole festival season for Star Wars?
No.
And we got nothing. So, I'm going to say probably not. Now,
anyways, what's the best skin in the past, Seth?
Eevee. That's the only one I really care about.
Eevee? You really hit Eevee?
I mean, General Grievous isn't too bad. But no, just Eevee. I like my trench coats.
I guess that's fair.
Again, there's nothing to stand out. So
pretty cool.
I like my base, the skin. I like having the black, white style, all that kind of stuff. Everyone else just is kind of there.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get more popular characters. Because, obviously Palpatine is big villain. I could see him being in the past no matter what pass it ends up being. But, we really didn't need Wookiee team leader. And Poe Dameron is just, one, he's from the sequel trilogy, which people didn't really like anyway. And 2, he's just kind of sidelined.
He's just
after,
a guy.
the first
He doesn't
movie
look,
and a half.
And visually, he's just he doesn't have that extra flair or something to him. He's just there with the flight outfit.
So I guess it's cool that we have a pilot now, an X-Wing pilot, but I don't know, it just would have made more sense to bring in a more popular character. Imagine we got Clone Wars Ahsoka. That would have been awesome. But no.
Don't we have Ahsoka, though?
We have Ahsoka from the series. That's, adult Ahsoka. Her species lives a very long time, and the version we have is, in the era of the original movies, so episode 4, 5, and 6.
Gotcha.
And people want the version of her from the prequels, so episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Gotcha. There's Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, there's one more skin that we have to talk about here.
A whole
Lego Pass, Captain Phasma.
Before we get there, did you also start the season with half it completed?
Yes, I did. I saw that was a bug, and they were like, "Oops, sorry, you can keep it if you got it."
They didn't take it away, but we still got to
complete
complete it. So I'm almost done with my Lego Pass. I don't know about you. I have 2 rewards left.
Yeah, I am on page 3, so. But yeah, what do you think of Captain Phasma?
He's cool. He's probably the coolest Stormtrooper type of skin that we have so far.
It's a she.
Stormtrooper character thing that we got.
She is from the sequels. She's the highest up possible Stormtrooper that there is, but I don't know. I really like her armor set. Her character was a little lackluster, but chrome armor's awesome.
Yeah. It's just I saw that we also got we're gonna get 5 more of them or some crap, and some of them look so similar. It's just, I think it's the normal Stormtrooper or something, and I know they're different.
We got the
character.
The reason they're also similar is because in the originals we had
one of them
Stormtroopers,
specifically,
right?
The helmet and everything. It's just all I was really looking at the differences, and all I saw was just there's a little bit more black on the legs or something, like the joints.
See, I think that should be a style thing, personally, because if it's not
that's what I'm saying, though.
If it's
Here,
just
the Imperial
Stormtrooper. Yeah,
the
the skins that I got back when they did the Star Wars mini pass, there were the Clone Trooper, the Coruscant Guard, the Wolfpack Trooper, and the Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. All of those, they're not characters. They're just clones. And they're all wearing the exact same armor, just colored differently. That should have been a style thing. Those should have been styles.
Not that
for
it's
the
bad,
Clone
but it
Trooper
just should be
skin.
styles or something. Like, why do we
I can
need
understand if
30?
they're like named characters. Like even in the Clone Wars series, there are clones that wear very similar armor,
Like the
but
general.
are their own like distinct characters.
Like the general. Like, even if the general had the same armor set, like, very significant character if they're general. Right? So, like,
Captain
that makes
Rex,
sense.
you know, he wears
Yeah.
the exact same armor. It's just has the blue coloring, but he is a character. So that could have its own skin. But if it's just a clone trooper and it doesn't have like a name itself, then it should just be styles.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the First Order trooper and we got Captain Phasma, and we're supposed to be getting like one or two more along the way. So not bad.
Anyway, that's skins. I think we talked about skins enough.
Yeah, we're like halfway through now.
Yep. So talk about quests real quick, and then we'll go into gameplay map and stuff. Quests. We got our daily, we got our weekly, and then we got Pro-Am. You know, I think we talked about this in the last one. I'm looking forward to the Pro-Am. It's been pretty big, I guess, since there's no FNCS this season. That's the big, like, thing. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. And we got a bunch of quests, you know, XP and stuff. Nothing too crazy. But then we have our weekly quests. Which are weekly quests. They got rid of milestones, which I'm kind of annoyed about. We got story quests, which there is a lot of them. And then finally, we got alignment quests.
Yes. So this is really interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
They have
if...
the galactic alignment, which is apparently community. Like community contributes to the overall alignment. I'm wondering if this will affect the season in any way. Like, if we reach a certain alignment, if, like, the story will change.
Like Ghost and Shadow or, like, the Resistance season. Like, how,
yeah, like,
we
what
had to, like,
if it comes down to, like,
areas?
a battle at the end, and the winner depends on what alignment the community ended up choosing. Like, if the dark side alignment is what we all went for, then in the end, the Death Star succeeds in destroying a POI or something, and then moving into that next season, we'll have a destroyed POI.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go that far, because it's already, isn't it called Death Star Sabotage or Galactic, like, something?
Yeah,
the last
so
event I don't think
like indefinitely destroy the Death Star, but I think it's possible that before we end up destroying it, it could succeed or fail in destroying a POI. So, like, say Brutal Boxcars is being targeted. If we're dark side, then it will end up being destroyed so that it's like a pothole next season. Or if we end up choosing light side, it stays and we keep Brutal Boxcars next season.
That could be cool. What I was kind of thinking is like the Resistance season, where maybe, because there's 4 stages, right? And we have 4 POI. What if, like, every POI is a stage? So if the first one out of stage 1 or whatever, Resistance wins. Well, then First Order base is taken over. Or if Darkside wins, Resistance base, and we kind of go throughout the map and they kind of take over. But eventually at the end, because I just don't see the end, like, really, I don't think they have 2 endings for, like, the final event. Eventually will win. And, like, worst case, the NPCs just move to one of the side Resistance bases, not like a named POI. I think that could be really cool. Yeah. Like, community decides where it goes. But the other thing is there's the 2 symbols, which I don't know what they mean. It's like storm, lightning, question mark, and then the up. Next to the galactic ones. I don't know if they're just placeholders or if that's what happens. I don't know. But anyway, then you have your alignment, which is like a lot of XP. Like, this is going to be the main form of XP season. And just grinding these.
This is milestones, I think.
This is
because I think you
like
always
milestones.
have 2 light side and 2 dark side quests, and you can do those constantly. And so you just build up every 10 quests, you get 10,000 XP for your personal alignment.
Yeah, and you can do both. So you have 40 stages worth of the 10,000, plus each quest gives you 3,000. So that is plenty of XP. Actually, JJ, how about you talk about these, and now I'm going to do the mathematical equation to figure out how much XP we get.
Dude, you literally don't have to. Just go to the alignment tab and it tells you the
That's
accumulated XP that you can see. 392,000 out of it.
Forgot about
That's
that.
a lot of XP.
It's not that much. Well, no, I guess with only 50 tiers, that is a good bit.
Now, might I say, I don't like the way they've done story quests this season. I don't like that I have to go and claim them. I like that they show on the map where I claim them, but I don't like having to go and claim them. I just want to be able to hop on and do my quests. Because I've played a good few matches, and the amount of times I've tried to land just to claim a quest, and then I get absolutely bodied by all of the people who have already done their quests, it's kind of aggravating.
Well, to be fair, it's also still day 2. Like, generally the first weekend, no matter the season, that's how it's gonna be. Like, you're not really gonna be able to, like, sit down, like, kind of vibe and, like, do side quests and stuff. Like, you're gonna have to, like, sweat a little bit. Most likely, even in pubs. I'd say after this weekend, it should be significantly easier to do these quests. No matter how they're done.
I don't wanna.
Well, too bad.
Sorry.
Be so much better if Team Rumble was like it was back in the day, but Team Rumble still sucks. Well, because back in I was playing with someone and like just grinding some of the pro-am quests, we have to get 100 hits, and like back in the day, Team Rumble started off with the whole map. Like, you can land anywhere, do the quest, and then it took like a minute or two before it started shrinking, and then now it like starts the match with half the map in Storm. So it's like, it's significantly harder to do stuff like this. Because here's what you had back in the day, right? Season 7 and 8 where I started, you take a baller, or you take a plane, you take like a driftboard, and you literally can go around the entire map because you have a solid 4 or 5 minutes where you can just do the quests. Because if you die, you respawn.
Yeah.
You can go glide over. But now, you can't. I really don't know why they got rid of that and they changed it like that, because I feel like Team Rumble is a great place for more casuals that just want to work on quests and just kind of vibe a little bit. But even then, you can't. They also take out a lot of stuff. Like, there's not a lot of... Like, I was trying to do it at the end of last season, and I don't think they had NPCs. I was trying to find an NPC to hire. I don't think NPCs are in Team Rumble. So, yeah. But anyway, that's really it for the quests. I'm excited to see what the alignments do. I'm really excited to see how that plays out. I hope we get stuff like that again. Like the Resistance and Adultion Shadow. I miss that kind of thing. Where the map really gets progressive with that from community choice. Remember, we also did that in Chapter 2, Season 8, where we had to... That's right, remember we chose the Tilted building.
Yeah.
Not really, because it glitched to automatically go to third one, and that's the one that won, but we still did that.
Yeah.
But I hope we get some more stuff like that. But anyway, let's get into the map and gameplay.
Woohoo!
Unless there's anything else you want to talk about before we get to those two.
No, I think it's good.
Okay.
Alright, so let's talk about the POIs first. I assume you've been to them all at least once?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about Resistance Base first. What do you think of that one? It's the one with the
Honestly,
Millennium
I
Falcon.
think that's my favorite. I like that one.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's good. One
So
thing about
this
all
is
the
the
POIs...
Resistance Base pulled...
One thing about all the POIs that I'm very happy about is there's a lot of launch pads. They're all in the corner, which I'm not happy about, right? I was hoping for something in the middle, and just the middle changing.
Yeah.
Because I know you played in Chapter 2, and I think that was one of my favorite parts of Chapter 2 and 3, that like the middle really... It doesn't anymore. And I hate when it's on the edge like this.
Yeah.
But I am happy that at least they thought about that, and they put a lot of launch pads to rotate in the middle.
Yeah, it's very, very helpful.
But yeah, so Resistance Base.
But yeah, yes, this Resistance Base is pulled from Yavin 5, which is from the sequel movies. Obviously, we have the giant Millennium Falcon sitting there. Absolutely awesome. We also have I don't know what to call them. The bays, the garages for vehicles and stuff like that. But there's a lot of tunnels in here. So it is pretty nice for being sneaky. It's a very interesting way to kind of do houses for cover, but not houses, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like not just like a structure standing out in nowhere.
Yeah. I also don't know if you've seen, there's a lot of like layering in this one, and the amount of times you really get screwed over because there's like a little hole in the top, right? And you can get shot down. Like, it's really awkward right in the middle. It's been rough. I'm like, where did I die from? Oh, there's a hole in the ceiling. You can just jump down.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think this is probably my favorite POI of the new ones.
Yeah. That's very fair. All right. How about Vader Samurai's Solitude? Gosh.
It's there. Did they do anything other than have a ship
Do you
there?
not like it?
Did they do anything other than put a ship there?
Yeah, they changed that main building where the boss fight was.
Is it that
There's
different?
now like a bunch of a bunch of Imperial stuff.
Okay, well, other than that, it's the same POI. It's really far on the corner. Yeah, I'm also just not happy about Vader's lightsaber. I don't even remember what the power is, but it's the fact that okay, well, you can't unless you're the one that kills him. It puts a portal down like the other lightsaber. So unless you are the person that claims Vader's lightsaber, you can't use it. I killed the team that like killed it, and I didn't get anything. Like it makes sense for the other ones, but for the main boss, like boss that sits there, you should get something. You don't. I just think that's really stupid.
Yeah, it's a little odd. I'm not a huge fan of, even with the other ones, having to actually be the one to claim it.
Because then you don't get the double jump. Like, I was playing with someone, it's like, oh, lightsabers are useless, there's no mobility. There are mobility, you just have to be the one to claim it to get your double jump.
Exactly. It's just really annoying the way that they did it.
Yeah. But is it just like Chapter 3 then?
It's an alright POI, not my favorite, but obviously Star Wars stuff. It's weird to me that they chose Samurai Vader.
Yeah. And then Outpost Enclave. Worst POI.
Yeah, Outpost Enclave. It's the worst one. It's very interesting.
And here's one of the reasons why it's the worst one.
I think it's meant to be...
Well, specifically for someone like me, right? Because you play Zero Mode, I play Build Mode. The rocks suck. The 600 HP rocks give like 30 brick instead of 100. Like, I don't know why after years we have 10 different rock variants that have 600 HP that all look the same, but they give different material. The mats from this POI are awful.
Yeah.
It's also just really awkward.
Yeah.
It's just a massive hole. But,
I think it's
anything about the POI
like
you want to
Mos
mention?
Eisley, but it's a weird amalgamation. It is indeed Sandy. Yeah. I like the crawler, the sand crawler in the corner.
Yeah.
Like the Jawa's vehicle. I think it's called a sand crawler, I'm pretty sure. I like that.
It's above me. I can't tell you what it's called, but yeah, that's cool. Do you want to continue on the skin? Anything else you want to talk about the sand crawler? Because I did not realize you were still talking about it.
Yeah, no, it's cool to have it there. It's another iconic vehicle from Star Wars, especially if you like the originals. But aside from that, the POI is not really that special.
Yeah. Also, guys, JJ's ping still sucks. So like the last 2 minutes we didn't hear each other.
Yeah,
it's okay though.
It's fine.
It's okay though. Anyway, First Order base.
Yes. What do you think?
This is from one of the movies, right? I feel like this is when they're all standing in front of the main thing, and like we watched the Death Star, or wasn't it the other one? Because I did watch one or two of the movies, not the Death Star, from like Force Awakens or something.
Star Killer.
Was that Death
base.
Star?
It was the Star Killer base.
Yeah.
The one that looks like a planet. Because, well, technically it is a
didn't
planet.
we see it go off while they were standing here?
Frankly, I don't remember. I haven't watched those movies that many times, but yes, it is from the sequels.
It just looks really familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is my second favorite.
It is pretty
I like
nice.
this
I
one.
like that it is in the mountain. It's
Yes.
pretty cool. I always like bases that are in the mountain. As long as it has enough entrances and exits, it's fine. It kind of reminds me of what was that one in what's it, chapter 3?
Command Cavern?
Yeah, Command Cavern.
Yeah.
I like that one, and this one reminds me a lot of that. But yeah, pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
that it has the port on the back for the ships as well. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Nice guaranteed spawn.
Anything else, or we can get into the ships if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let's hop to that. You fly both of them, I assume.
JJ, how many times do we have to go through this? Yes, I flew through them. I've flown through them. Both of them. And I hate both of them, but I love both of them.
Sigh.
Star Wars TIE Fighters. Because that's what this one is.
They're
TIE Fighters.
They're slightly different than stuff we've had before.
Oh, nah.
Let
Are
me
they?
tell you though, I was playing with Lexi when we first tried them out, and let me tell you, I flipped when I realized that they have multiple lives like the UFOs.
Yep, because my the person I was playing with is like, watch out, they're gonna explode. It's like, I don't think it's gonna explode. And then I got in and I'm like, it's like UFOs.
Yeah.
Great.
I was like, oh, this is lovely. I honestly would have preferred a ship that just has more health and one life, because I hate like succeeding in shooting a ship down and then the people just
and then
like
they just
land
5
and get
seconds
back
later
in.
they just leave.
It's like, bruh.
Yeah. Also, the landing's very strong. Like, I figured the landing would like slowly bring you down. No, if you press landing, you just go straight down.
Yeah. And so I assume you played with somebody when you tested it, right?
Yeah. I mean, kinda, yeah.
Did you see any bugs specifically with the X-Wing?
No?
Okay. See, we were playing split screen because I still don't have a
Okay.
desk. Woohoo! So she was on top of the X-Wing and I was driving it. My driving was completely fine until she scoped in on her weapon, in which case the entire gun model was then in the center of my screen. Like, I could see it, minus the scope part and minus the zooming, but her gun just, like, appeared on my screen. I was like, oh, that's lovely. And she also could not turn. She couldn't, like, look around. She was locked looking where the ship was pointing, so she couldn't aim and shoot anything.
So this does not sound like an X-Wing problem. This sounds like you're part of the 0.001% that's doing split screen in 2025 in Fortnite.
I'm
Sounds like a
sorry,
you
bro, I don't
problem.
have a desk.
Like, straight up, this just sounds like the reason I haven't heard about this is the fact that it's a split screen problem, and I do not know how many people are using split screen on Fortnite 2025.
Either way, it's a bug. It made
It
for
is
a
a
fun
bug.
experience.
Sounds
but
annoying, but like, yeah, just I don't think that's what I'm gonna deal with. That sounds like a split screen issue.
Yeah. But no, it was fun flying around, and I can see some cool ship battles happening. The only problem is I don't like that you can't, like, hold yourself still in the air. You just kind of, like, move a little slower forward.
Yeah, there's no, like, just hover.
Yeah, because, like, with the UFOs,
Like the
you could
UFO.
hover and you could pick stuff up and you could shoot, which was great. And I feel like that would have been great for these, because if you're really trying to get people to have ship battles, having them fly head first toward each other and then have to loop around when presumably a lot of people won't have the sensitivity to loop around super fast. It just, I don't
I mean,
know.
I have high sensitivity, and even then, the ships feel really low. I might have to go into the settings and, like, see if I can change the vehicle sensitivity.
Yeah.
But it feels really slow. There is no rolling either.
No?
At least in the TIE Fighter. Is it on the X-Wing? 'Cause
Nope.
the planes had that.
No rolling.
And then that's kind of like what I was thinking, like, why I was really awkward with the landing. I figured the landing would just be like, you kind of hover, that way you can just go down. Like, if you hover and then you go down.
Yeah.
Not just straight down, that would be nice. But, yeah. Then you have the X-Wings, which are just like the old planes, just, you know, slightly different. You don't have the barrel rolls and stuff like that. And then multiple lives, just like the TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
But they were fun to fly around, fun to, you know, zoom around with.
Yeah.
I love that they're
Yeah.
using all of the correct sound effects. It makes me happy.
That's nice. I hate them. I've already had a duo come at me both in X-Wings.
Yeah.
And just spray me. I'm like, great. And then one of them got out, so I force pushed him. Like,
But
get
Seth,
out
you
of my
love
face.
vehicle seasons.
And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Why do we not? Why do we have a vehicle season again? Just remove them from ranked. And we literally have been through this. Like, I've seen multiple teams. Like, oh my gosh. It's been abysmal.
Yeah.
And at least give us a weapon or counter, like EMP grenades, but a sniper. EMP sniper. There you go. You snipe one of the blasters. You snipe the vehicle out of the air and it just disables it.
Yeah.
Or something. But no, we get nothing. And I guess that's why... Wait, if you get hit with the EMP grenades, does that stop blasters?
I don't know.
I just thought of that, because it's really random why EMP grenades are back.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Maybe.
Since they're energy weapons. I don't know. Nobody uses them, because they suck.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get to those, there's one other item. We also got, like, a grenade. Imperial grenade type thing.
Oh yeah, what is it called?
The implosion grenade something.
Something
I don't know.
like that, yeah.
Have you used it?
No.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
It looks cool. I like the animation.
Yeah?
It's not great, though.
I think
It
a
does
boss
70
threw one at
damage.
me.
Yeah, it does like 70 damage, which is like just not worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know why grenades can't do 100. It does really good build damage, though. I'll say that.
Mm.
That's really it.
Yeah.
They're there. I used it for the quest. I picked a bunch of them up. I spammed them, and then I would never be picking them up now that the quest is gone.
Yay.
Slap's also back, which is really good because we got the lightsabers.
Mm.
So you combo slap with the lightsaber, like dashes, like double jump. It's really good mobility.
Mm.
We got slap juice and slap splashes. I think that's really it.
Yep.
Anything else? Lightsabers, right? So we got the push. Did we get a pull? Or is
I
it just
haven't
push
seen
and
a pull.
lightning? Okay. And then we got lightning, which I'm not a fan of.
No?
From what I've used, the range doesn't seem great, and I could have sworn I was right in the face of a car and it wasn't doing damage. So I don't know if it's like just really awkward, doesn't do vehicle damage, what. I've only used it once or twice. It just feels really awkward, and I wish we could have just got the rocks back. I like the rocks better.
I haven't got my hands on the lightning yet, but I've used the push a good bit. Push is always helpful. I mean, it's just a nice ability to have,
You just get it
especially
away.
with all of the cliffs on this map. Like, I didn't realize it until now, but this map has so many cliffs. And it's so fun to push people off cliffs.
So,
Don't clip that.
but yeah, so, yeah, I just don't know why we, can't get the rocks back. But hopefully we'll get more lightsabers, I'm assuming, maybe, every week.
Yeah, possibly, maybe. Like Mace Windu, maybe will come in.
Yeah. But yeah. How about the guns, JJ? Well, we don't really have any of them, do we?
Yeah, we have blasters.
Because they vaulted guns. They vaulted guns and ammo.
Yep.
This
No,
is the first
season
season
with
we've
no
ever vaulted
ammo
ammo.
boxes.
Which I'm also mad about, because that also means no rare ammo boxes for extra meds and stuff.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, with all the blasters, I don't know if you saw Reload had a problem where there was no guns.
Yeah.
And we played and we didn't get anything. And then I opened a supply drop and it didn't drop any blasters, so I don't think that they're in supply drops.
Mm.
It just gave me some shockwaves and heals. Also, bushes are back. Like, if really random the support items they brought back.
Yeah.
But anyway, blasters. Let's go through all the blasters. We got a lot of them, because the entire loot pool's blasters.
Yes. Wait. Are you on my blog post? Is there a list in game? Probably not. It'd be too
I don't
pushy to
know.
have a list in game.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull up the blog post.
I probably could have brought it up, but oh well.
Because I'm not gonna
How we
know the
feeling
names
about
of
it,
all of
JJ?
these. It's interesting. So, I'm not going to drop judgment yet because we're kind of in a spot where it's
it
like
happened. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's so different that I don't want to say whether it's good or bad yet. I'm excited to have something new because the past couple seasons have been so repetitive when it comes to the weapons. Like, even though we get new weapons and they technically behave differently, all of the weapons just feel the same these days because there isn't much that like uniquely defines them, because we get new like skins for weapons every season, even if they shoot the exact same way as the season before, and it's just it just gets really dry,
especially
really fast.
ARs. I think shotguns have been very different. We've had a lot of different shotguns, but especially ARs. Is how is the what's it called, the hollow twister, that different than like the red eye? Other than a slight fire rate, like it's really not that different. Twin mag is different, right? Fire rate's a lot like the twist magazine, but like most of the first person AR is like the exact same.
Okay, I have the list. So we have.
I also have the list.
We have the DL44 blaster pistol, which is, you know, obviously our pistol fill-in. It's nice. It's good at range.
What are the weapons? They said hit scan. Some of these don't feel like hit scan. I'm not talking about the marksman rifle. Like, I was playing with someone. Is it just me, or does some of the like crosshair, like middle placement, just feel off? Like, you feel like you should be hitting shots and you're not. Like, the pistol, I'm like dead on, and it feels like they're always going to the right. Like, it's just not hitting. Even if it's first shot accuracy, sometimes it just feels like it's missing.
Frankly, I'm not sure.
It just feels really awkward, like because the old blasters were projectile. That's why they weren't good. But they did buff them, and a lot of these shoot faster or they're hit scan. But I think some of them just aren't. And I think the pistol might be one of them, because that felt really awkward. It's not awful, right? Like, as a projectile weapon, it's not awful, but
yeah. But CR2 blaster, this one I really like. This one is the SMG blaster, really fast, which I'm really nice.
I might even take it over the shotguns, because shotguns are not good.
Yes.
I am not a fan of either of them.
Yeah, so we have the ACP Scatter Blaster and the BARM ST12 Scatter Blaster, both shotguns.
I believe the ACP is like the pump, which is a magazine-fed double barrel energy shotgun.
Yep.
It's okay. And then we got the BARM, which is like the TAC.
Yeah,
shoots faster.
Which I'm glad that it's just a simple pump and tack again. I'm glad that we don't have so much more jumping it up. Even if like the names are different, it's a pump and tack, and that's what it is.
They just feel really weak. Like, and awkward. And I think it's partially because no ammo. All of these overheat, even the shotguns, and it just feels weird.
Yeah.
Then we have the close to medium range DLT-19 blaster rifle, which I think we had this one, right?
No.
Or something like it. Oh, was it? Okay, no, I see the unvaults. Yeah, so it was the E11. The F11 was the other one.
This one is literally for the purpose of, hey, we need a good AR blaster. So that's why this one is here.
And then we got the IQA-11 marksman blaster rifle. I'm loving this one.
Yep. It's just blaster marksman rifle, but it is really good.
Yeah. I actually like had a clip where I was doing Team Rumble. I literally hit, I think I got like 5 kills in a row. Every single one of them were headshots, like at range, at like 70 to 100 meters. It was just pop, pop, pop. And it's nice because you don't have to reload. You can just kind of aim down, wait a second, and then you can shoot another one. Because it's all mechanic. We have the A280 CFE blaster rifle. Which one's this one?
This one...
Oh, this is the AR, right? This is the scoped AR.
No, I thought the other one was the scoped. The DLT-19. Oh, no, that's the heavy. I think
that's the longer one.
The DLT-19 is the one that's like the heavy assault rifle,
similar.
And this one is the scoped.
Well, no, because we have the DC-15 heavy blaster, which is like the heavy. Yeah, I thought they were the same thing, too. I thought the DLT-19 was the same thing. Like, wait, these are different guns. There's the heavy blaster, and then there's the DLT-19 blaster.
See, this is why unique names help, because these are not...
No, the names are awful this season. Like, and mind you, JJ, I'm the person that was like, guys, it doesn't look that similar. Like, the one marksman rifle does not look like the sniper. I can't figure these out. I'm really good at this kind of thing. I can't figure this out.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No, I think the A280 is the scoped AR, which one thing I like about the scoped AR in the marksman is it actually has the distance thing. It actually show how far away the target is that you're aiming at.
It's very nice.
Up to infinity, which is really funny. So yeah, that's like the normal just scoped assault rifle. Then we have the DC-15 heavy blaster, which is like the AK, but this one's actually really good. It does a really good build damage, and it does really good bleeding. Like, it bleeds through builds. This is probably gonna be a must. Like, I'm gonna pick that one up every game.
Yeah, and then we have the E11
the
and the
DC-15.
F11, which are both pretty similar. It's just the standard blaster that the clones or I guess the stormtroopers have had in the past seasons.
We have the thermal imploder. That's
what it
grenade
was.
is. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's some stuff that we're coming. So it looks like May 8th, we're not gonna get anything. Oh, force pull and force throw. Oh, so we're gonna get the
that's the
rock
that's the
lightsaber.
rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chew on this. We're getting Chewbacca's crossbow,
The bowcaster.
but also a really interesting shotgun that's gonna do like 160 body shot.
The
Which I'm
Jawa
excited
scatter
about.
blaster. I'm guessing this is gonna be kind of like either the double barrel or the dragon's breath.
Yeah, because it says it shoots one shot, but if it's a blaster, then it doesn't have ammo. But in the stat wise, it does say one. So I'm gonna assume it's gonna be like, you shoot one time, it's gonna go overheat. You have to wait for it to cool down after every time. But I'm excited to see how that one works.
And then we have May 22nd, the Mandalorian Rising. So we're getting back the Mandalorian jetpack,
sniper and jetpack,
and his sniper and blaster,
which I'm
pistols.
very excited about because I didn't use it. But the blaster pistols are new.
Yes, they are.
We didn't have
these
blasters
are
last
the
time. It was
blaster
just the
pistols
sniper.
that what's his face? Jango Fett uses in the movies, which they're pretty awesome. They shoot pretty fast and they're supposedly pretty accurate. So we'll have to see. But they are dual wield, so they probably won't be like super long range. It'll probably be more like low to medium.
Like dual pistols,
Yeah.
probably.
I will point out though,
are we gonna
real quick, the sniper rifle
go for
does not have the thermal scope on it that Mando's did back in the season. So I don't know if it's actually going to be thermal or not.
Did it have it?
I'm pretty sure it did, yeah. See, Mando.
I'm just looking up.
Sniper.
Hopefully I can see like an image. I'm not seeing it. No, because it's on the side. It's on the side. So I don't think when I'm looking at it like in like this guy's like image, I'm not seeing like a scope on top. So it probably is the same one.
That one has a scope. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Anyway,
But
we'll have to wait and see.
great
Then I
sniper.
guess we're gonna get a Star Destroyer? Like we get a ride-in?
Yes, so I saw this description. One person every match can go through the portal and control the Star Destroyer, and you get to shoot down turbo lasers from the Star
Do
Destroyer.
you know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of one, the mother spaceship from season 7, and a classic Call of Duty kill streak. Like this is just straight a Call of Duty kill streak. You just hop in your chopper gunner and you just rain down fire.
See, this to me seems a lot like what they did with Godzilla, where it's going to be like one person can do it, and then every other player that sees it is going to try and
Has
take
to
it
team
down.
up. Yeah, that could be that. So I'm looking forward to see how that goes. And then
Then we have the final showdown, Death Star Sabotage, which will be the live event.
June 7th, which I will be here for, because I'm going to camp.
Definitely.
So I will be here for that. Oh, and then one last thing, right? Because so Lego, we have main. Did you see how apparently Sabrina Carpenter's Star Wars now? I guess I don't know. Everything's Star Warsified, including Festival with Sabrina Carpenter.
Lovely.
But yeah, so I'm assuming that you're enjoying it.
I am enjoying it thus far. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, and the pass isn't exactly what I would have hoped for out of a Star Wars season, but in all, I am enjoying it much more than I have been enjoying Fortnite recently, so...
I did get a win, and I'm gonna grind because I'm already halfway through the pass. And once I finish the pass, I'm probably gonna go play Call of Duty till the event.
Woo!
I'm just not a fan of the blasters. They just feel really awkward. And again, like, ranked isn't ranked. So, like, legitimately multiple times you've just died by bombardments of multiple vehicles on me. Like, it's just like wrecked, like third-party central, and these ones have guns on them.
Yeah.
And they're in the sky. So I'm having a build fight, and then somebody's just coming in with a freaking TIE fighter. I'm like, great.
Anyway, Seth, we're out of time for today. What should all of our listeners do?
Subscribe and hit the bell to notify when we do upload another episode. And make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, on Facebook and Discord.
And
at our
Spotify.
podcast.
And yeah, do all the things. Because
Well, I
we
already
need
said that, 'cause
attention.
that's how you subscribe and
We're
hit the
attention
bell. You
hogs,
do
and
that on
please
YouTube
do all
and
of the
this.
things or else we'll be lonely. Okay, bye.
Bye.